Okay, I want to talk about my new song, Gypsy, which came out yesterday, and I'm pretty excited about it. I did a video about the, basically the inspiration and writing of Gypsy, just kind of where it came from, in a sort of abstract sort of way. But today I want to talk about the nuts and bolts of the guitar work on it. So it's capo 1. There's a capo on the 1st fret, standard tuning. So it's basically built around 3 chords, which is E minor, D5, and C5. Okay, so E minor, that technically would be a D, no third, and then C, no third. Now I realize those chords sound kind of wimpy, but you got to remember I'm playing on electric with pretty heavy distortion, and you know, there's some processing as well on the guitar. So basically the song would technically be in the key of F minor. So this E chord, E minor chord, and then D5, and then C. So that would also technically be F minor, E flat major, no 5, and then D flat major, no 5. So I don't really think of music that way when I'm trying to come up with something cool. I just try to play something that sounds cool. So the biggest thing about Gypsy is when the guitar is playing, when the bass is playing, and when the drums are playing. So on the intro, it's basically 2, 3, 4. I don't want your sympathy. Okay, so I realize I'm not singing it in, a higher key right now, so still drinking coffee. So when the verse kicks in, I don't want your sympathy, it's just drums. Whenever you want, you can take from me. I can dream a dream, it's true. So it's just drums. Do, 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 do. And I believe it starts out with just drums, and then the bass comes in later. So the bass is going do, 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 which is catchy, right? You can hum it. And then this song went into pre-production. So what that means is Justin Kimball, who played bass, and Tom Del Rossi, who played drums. The 3 of us got together a few months before we actually went in to finish this song up proper. The 3 of us got together and we played through this song a couple of times just to try it out to see how it felt. So when we did that, it was slightly different. So the biggest difference with it was the chorus, okay? So the chorus started out like this. Here we go with another song, a gypsy of imagination. It don't always make sense. So we beat on that for quite a while. We got a recording, demo recording of it, and I sent it to another friend of mine to sort of get his input. So I sent him the song, and he's like, man, the chorus is too jerky, I think is the way he put it. Just that. It just didn't feel good. So I thought about it for a few days, and then I probably went for a walk or something. It was like, well, how can it not be so darn busy? And so I came up with this 3, 4. Here we go with another song, a gypsy of imagination. It don't always make sense. Oh yeah. So that's a G5. And then that's an F sharp over G. And that's an F, no third. And then C. So it sounds complicated, but again, I'm not playing the third on any of these chords, so. Here we go with another song, a gypsy of imagination. F, and then C. So that's the first time around, and then it goes back to. And then it hits another chorus, and the second chorus is longer, so it's. Here we go with another song, a gypsy of imagination. It don't always make sense. How do you measure up success? Again. The world is broken, things are fun. Which way is done, which way is on? I ain't never been the macho kind, but I live my life. Okay, so this bugger of a solo for a second. It's tricky, okay? It's not melodic wise, not tone wise. You can hum it, you know. It's like one of those solos you can hum, which I love those. You could barely call it a solo. It's almost like a refrain or a horn line. But getting the fingering for the solo is tricky for me because I'm having to get to it very quickly while I'm singing it. So I have to be really like, see, there you go. So it's like 2, 3. So that's, I think that's also tricky because of the capo. I'm not used to soloing with a capo guitar. But and if you'll notice, there's a higher part there on the recording that's like, it's up there. It's really high. There's 3 octaves on that. So there's this one. And then there's 13. Yeah, it was 13. So that was an overdub. So I realize that slide's not perfect, but it's a style. Like I said, it's tricky. Right? Okay. And then one more thing I want to add, and this is a little secret. If you listen carefully, so that's 2 solos that are stacked on top of each other. If you listen carefully, there's another solo on top of that as well that I did not play. That's just an effect that was put on the guitar called a pitch shifter, which I can't even sing that high, so I almost have to whistle it. It's like, it's way up there. It's an octave above that. So you've got 3 octaves on that solo, and I think that's why it sounds so cool. Is, you know, it's just like I said, 2 of those solos were played, and then one of them there was an octave effect that was added to it that was an octave above, and it may have even been an octave above the second one. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this, and go listen to it. Like I said, sounds simple, but playing it without those thirds in there is the fingering can be kind of weird. So